So we've got AKR here recording this. There's been a buzzard up here on the tree or something eating, so I'm going to show you what it's been eating. But I had to climb up this wet tree first, so here we go, folks. Oh, this is crazy. It's rotten. I might not be able to do this on a wet day. Right, folks, pass the camera here, my man. AKR, channel historian and cameraman. Here we are, folks. Now we're up this tree. Totally not advised in the winter to come up a tree. I've turned around to grab the camera. Now I need to skillfully turn back. We're away to see. There's been a buzzard up here on the tree eating something. BKR investigates. Real deal, folks, real deal. This is crazy. We're actually up a tree right now. Look at the tree above me. Look at the ground down there below me. So here we can see it. I'll probably jump down here. I don't really want to be walking out this branch. We're doing it, folks. We're not walking out this branch though, because it's far too slippery. But I've managed all the same to climb up this tree, which was pretty cool. Look here, there's been a pigeon totally demolished by a bird of prey. Or maybe even an owl or something. Just imagine the owl sitting up here. Yeah, probably a buzzard. But there has been red kites in this area before as well, so who knows. Right, AKR. Yeah, because I think I'm going to go for a jump. Yeah, but I'll hit just like drop you the camera. Here we go, folks. Yeah. Ready to go, folks. Here's the AKR channel historian. It's upside down.
So it is.
Channel historian recording us. We're the right way up now though. This is how you dismount a tree. That's what they do in gymnastics, they go like that when they're finished, so that's what BKR's just done. I was way up there, that's intense. That's cool, I just felt like climbing a tree. So you get dirty, folks, if you're exploring. Look at the state of my trousers. That's what happens if you go climbing old trees like that. But it's good fun. That was quite a drop from that tree there. I feel like I've G-forced all the blood out of my left hand with a drop. This forest looks cool along here. Look at this. Look at this here. This is an interesting tree, folks. There's actual ferns on it which look amazing. Look at this. Look at the network of roots at the bottom of this tree. And these ferns are so cool. The way they're grasping onto this like mossy, it's just like a natural sponge. In perfect wet conditions. Kind of like I've just spotted AKR over my left shoulder here. The ultimate tree over a river challenge. Look at this, folks. This is one for the future here. I'll climb out this branch, go above the river. How deep is it here, AKR?
Pretty deep, I think.
Deep enough to do a backflip into the water. Summertime's coming, folks. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Here, if you went to the end of that and put a rope swing on, you could just be down near the water, just dropping in. Cool areas, folks. It's cool finding new spots. This tree is unique, AKR was telling us, because it's fallen over here, but actually it's kept growing. Just what you were saying, AKR. Here it is.
Yeah. Oh, look at this one here. That's actually a branch that's growing at 90 degrees.
So it is. There's a branch
So the other one.
there which is rooted, growing straight up.
So the next one.
Same as this here. Look at that, folks. crazy how nature just does all possible to survive with stuff like that. Look, this tree here that's recently landed here, just balancing. That could fly up and tack us out, Andy. We'll go this way. So many cool spots, folks. It's a never-ending adventure here on this channel. This is it, folks. This is as far up the river as we're coming, but we're looking here to see if there's any evidence of how high the river was. And I can see here the grass is flattened at this height. Look at this here, it's just like hole. There's a hole through there, way down. If your foot went in there, you're a goner. This is the bedrock seam here that the water's pushing against. Look at the way here, the grass is all flattened. That shows how high the river's been there. Look at this, folks. Here's the bedrock that I was speaking about. Solid bit of sandstone there. And look, it's all stone in this area, even this behind me. That wood that we were walking through, it's like the edge of a stone seam. And then there's the river, and then at the other side, no rocks at all, folks. It's cool. This spot down here would have been underwater the other day. See, it's just solid stone underfoot here. What a cool spot this is down here, next to the River South Esk. I think I can still see an essence of the brown burn water this far downstream. Look at this here, folks. This is how high the water had been. Look at it, way up here. So you can imagine the quantity of water coming in here at that time. It's like biblical. But we do get this some years. You get a lot of rain like this, and that's what carves the landscape. This is not going to be easy to get up here. Look at this, folks. This is what I'm saying here about the stone. The edge of the stone seam just drops off like a cliff. Here's nature from a wet environment. Look at that slug. It'll be loving the weather. Probably eating something. Eating some of that green mouldy stuff on the tree. It's probably loving it. I'm going to come back then. This is a proper mission again, folks, but it's good fun. Walking the unbeaten path. That's how you sometimes find some cool little interesting nuggets. This dead tree must have sheared off and just disappeared away down river. I think this here, folks, is evidence that somebody's had a fire planted at the base of this tree at one time. Maybe they've had a wee camping spot here, eh? At the riverside. Here, we should have a wee camping spot here one time.
You think you come down and camp?
Yeah, go swimming. Go camping. Just like the famous 5, folks. That's the sort of adventurous lifestyle we're leading. Look at the size of this beech tree. Crazy. This is such a cool little den area here in the wood. Even though it's a really stormy, horrible day, it's just peaceful and calm in the wood. That's how it's worth coming to a place like this to make the video. Yeah, so many trees here are ugly trees, so to speak. They're all growing at 90 degree and broken. And look, there's bits just hanging here. Probably the water's thrashing up here now and again. Dead body alert, folks. Look, what's that on there? Right, we're away to make our way away from this, and we're going to head directly the opposite direction up this way, which should eventually lead us to a main road, which is how we started this incredible journey. Random area exploring, folks. Look how red this dead tree is, folks. I don't know if it comes out on the camera. It just looks like Play-Doh. Looks like plasticine. So red, which is unusual. Wonder what type of wood it was. So this fence line here is the boundary of two Scottish estates. And it's funny because one's got their little ditch coming down here, and then not even 5 metres from it, the other estate's got their own ditch, maintained by their own people. So there you go, folks, they couldn't share a ditch even. And that fence there is the boundary line, so that's a cool point. Little countryside spots like this is so cool. This is still the boundary line here on the left. There's almost a path here. Look at this, folks. This old metal gate just hangs here. I think that tree there's freshly fallen over.
It doesn't look like it's been there for long anyway.
Fresh storm damage, folks. See, you've got no chance of seeing it on this camera, folks, but there's a red squirrel here. It's just gone darting up that tree. There's a little gamekeeper's feed area here for feeding pheasants or whatever. And I just caught a glimpse of the red squirrel. This is squirrel heaven in here. Here's like a track here. Yeah, this looks like some old pheasant rearing area. It's a bit of an abandoned forest location here by the looks of things. Look at the way that den just drops off deep there. Yeah, so we'd be best. Nah. So we've not been on a long countryside explore like this for a while, folks. This must be like a little gamekeeper's rearing area. Look at this. Little asbestos roof, kind of bitty. Must have had the wee chicks kind of underneath it, rearing them. There's another one over there. It's probably all been planted to create like cover from the weather. Look, this tree root has uprooted the fence when it's fallen. Anyway, folks, we'll move on along this way here. This waterway here has got no flow. All these trees are just dead. Oh, my foot just went right through there. That was hilarious. Look at that, folks. I just about fell. At least I was on ground level though, and up a tree. We're in the depths of the forest. There's not even a path here. The only thing that comes through here is animals. So cool looking along that waterway. The camera doesn't do a place like this justice, folks. There's a piece of white flint. Or is it quartz? Look how rotten the trees are here, folks. That's the best type of fences, folks, the ones we can step over. Look at it, these branches are actually knocking the fence down. Look, that tree, the fence has been there for so long, that tree's like growing through it. So that shows that fence wasn't put up yesterday for sure. Can't believe how thick that bit of forest was there. We're lucky we didn't get trapped in a bit of forest like that.
Wow. We could have been there for days.
We could have. It's crazy, all the different types of moss. Look at this here, it's like normal moss, and then look, it's got like these extra little bits that like come out of it. Like little branches. Little moss branches, folks. Some of this could be wet holes. Like bog-like conditions, folks. Oh look, there's fresh timber operations being done here, AKR. Look at this, we'll have to look over the fence. So there's been some fresh estate workings here, look. There's been a ride opened up here. Thinned out down the sides. But I can't think, these trees here aren't really big enough for doing much, unless it's for biomass. Do you think? Just thinning it, they're saying here. AKR reckons. Anyway, we'll move on, folks. I'll update you. Oh, I can see deer. There's deer. There was deer crossing that ride there. See, there's a lot of wood here now. Look, there's a birch tree being cut down. It's crazy how much whiter birch wood is compared to the other wood. It's just like Minecraft, folks. Watch out for this dangerous piece of wire, AKR. The ditches is getting deeper here, draining the water off the landscape. This is what we love here on the channel, folks. At the end of this ride here we can see the forestry machine, which is cool. It's just a shame that it's not working. It would probably be a dangerous environment standing here when that thing's fired up. It's cool coming on these explorers. It's like something different every week. Like that abandoned house and the waterfall this week. We're in a whole new bit of forest in the middle of nowhere. So I can see this whole forest here to my left being thinned out. Must be timber, what do you call it? Just caring for the forest, AKR, eh?
That's right, BKR.
So that other trees which are in the wood get the light, the nutrients out of the ground and the room to grow. That's the reason to do that, I believe. Look at this boggy area we're going through. It's been a cool explore, folks. See, this is just like a random little road in the middle of the wood. Oh, there's the log machine there. You can see how it's made its own like road almost with the old bits of wood. And the log machine's hidden in that wood there. But I'll not give away its location for security reasons, folks. Machines like that, how much do they cost, AKR? About 100? No, wait a minute. Probably about 300 or 400 grand.
A lot of money anyway.
Probably like $500,000. You could get yourself one of them. It's not advised to come into roads like this when the timber operations are being carried out. Here's an interesting part of the main road here. The ditch looks totally knackered. Now that's because a tractor went into this ditch last year. You can imagine the angle it was at. The boy was like, whoa! Straight into the ditch, boom, there it is. And what a mess. Try to get it back out of the ditch again. Look at it here. There we go, folks. I'll end this video here. Now I'm back in the sunshine. The wind is frosty cold, but it's still nice to have some sunshine. So, like I say, I'll end the video here. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode very soon. Do you want to say goodbye to the viewers, AKR?
Goodbye, viewers.
Here's something that's pretty bad nowadays in Scotland, folks. Fly tipping. If anyone's needing an alloy wheel, look, here we go. Incredible. Somebody's left it there. Maybe timetable on Earth it in 1,000 years. And they might think that it's... What will they think it is? Look, here's a padlock. It must be for the gate. For the estate workers there, look, I've done them a giant favour. I've no lost their lock. They'll know how to buy a new one. No unless somebody nicks that lock. You can't let the liquor in here. Dumping wheels, nicking locks.